I know what my people are thinking tonight, as home through the shadows they wander. Everyone smiling in secret delight, they stare at the castle and ponder. Whenever the wind blows this way, you can almost hear everyone say, I wonder what the king is doing tonight. What merriment is the king pursuing tonight? The candles at the court, they never burn as bright. I wonder what the king is up to tonight. How goes the final hour as he sees the bridal bower being regally and legally prepared? Well, I'll tell you what the king is doing tonight. He's scared. He's scared. You mean that a king who fought a dragon, whacked him in two and fixed his wagon, goes to be wed in terror and distress? Yes. A warrior who's so calm in battle, even his armor doesn't rattle, faces a woman petrified with fright. Right. You mean that appalling clamoring that sounds like a blacksmith hammer is merely the banging of his royal knees? Please. You wonder what the king is wishing tonight. He's wishing he were in Scotland, fishing tonight. What occupies his time while waiting for the bride? He's searching high and low for some place to hide. And oh, the expectation, the sublime anticipation he must feel about the wedding night to come. Well, I'll tell you what the king is feeling tonight. He's numb, he shakes, he quails, he quakes, and that's what the king is doing tonight.
Saint Genevieve, it's Guenevere, remember me. Saint Genevieve, I'm over here beneath this tree. You know how faithful and devout I am. You must admit I've always been a lamb. But Genevieve, Saint Genevieve, I won't obey you anymore, you've gone a bit too far. I won't be bidden, bargained for like beads at a bazaar. Saint Genevieve, I've run away, eluded them and fled, and from now on I intend to pray to someone else instead. Oh, Genevieve, Saint Genevieve, where were you when my youth was sown? Dear Genevieve, sweet Genevieve, shan't I be young before I'm old?
perfect all the year. A law was made a distant moon ago here. July and August cannot be too hot, and there's a legal limit to the snow here in Camelot. The winter is forbidden till December, and exits March the 2nd on the dot. By order, summer lingers through September in Camelot. Camelot, Camelot. I know it sounds a bit bizarre, but in Camelot, Camelot, that's how conditions are. The rain may never fall till after sundown. By 8 the morning fog must disappear. In short, there's simply not a more congenial spot for happily ever aftering than here in Camelot. A person called, but in Camelot, Camelot, those are the legal laws. The snow may never slush upon the hillside. By 9 p.m. the moonlight must appear. In short, there's simply not a more congenial spot for happily ever aftering than here in Camelot.
Far from day, far from night, out of time, out of sight, in between earth and sea, we shall fly far away. Dry the rain, warm the snow, where the winds never go. Far away, far away, far to a cave by a sapphire shore, where we'll walk through an emerald door, and for thousands of breathless evermores, my life you shall be. Only you, only I, world farewell, world goodbye, to our home 'neath the sea, we shall fly far It's May, the lusty month of May, the lovely month when everyone goes blissfully astray. Tra-la, it's here, that shocking time of year, when tons of wicked little thoughts merrily appear. It's May, that gorgeous holiday, when days that her lad will be a cad. It's mad, it's gay, a libelous display. Those dreary vows that everyone takes, everyone breaks, everyone makes divine mistakes. The lusty month of May. Whence this fragrance wafting through the air? What sweet feelings does its scent transmute? Whence this perfume floating everywhere? Don't you know it's that dear forbidden fruit? Tra-la-la-la-la, that dear forbidden fruit. Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la, tra-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. It's May, the lusty month of May, that darling month when everyone throws self-control away. It's time to do a wretched thing or two and try to make each precious day one you'll always rue. It's May, the month of yes of May, the time for every frivolous whim, proper or im. It's wild, it's gay, a plot in every way. The birds and bees with all of their vast, amorous past, gaze at the human race aghast. It's May, the lusty month of May, the lovely month when everyone goes gracefully astray. The love is well up the guns, a wicked little month, better little dear. It's May, the greatest May. When all the world is brimming with fun, wholesome or it's mad, it's gay, alive and us display. Those dreary vows that everyone takes, everyone breaks, everyone makes divine mistakes. The lusty month of
Camelot, Camelot, in far off France I heard your call. Camelot, Camelot, and here am I to give my all. I know in my soul what you expect of me, and all that and more I shall be. A knight of the Table Round should be invincible, succeed when a less fantastic man would fail. Climb a wall no one else can climb, cleave a dragon in record time, swim a boat in a coat of heavy iron mail. No matter the pain, he ought to be unwincible. Impossible deeds should be his daily fare. But where in the world is there in the world a man so extraordinaire? C'est moi, I'm forced to admit, 'tis I humbly reply, that mortal who these marvels can do. C'est moi, 'tis I've never lost in battle or game, I'm simply the best by far. When swords are crossed, 'tis always the same, one blow and au revoir. C'est moi, so endlessly fit, a French Prometheus unbound. And here I stand with valor untold, exceptionally brave, amazingly bold, to serve at the Table Round. The soul of a knight should be a thing remarkable, his heart and his mind as pure as morning dew. With a will and a self-restraint that's the envy of every saint, he could easily work a miracle or two. To love and desire he ought to be unsparkable. The ways of the flesh should offer no allure. But where in the world is there in the world a man untouched and pure. C'est moi. C'est moi, c'est moi, I blush to disclose I'm far too noble to lie. That man in whom these qualities bloom, c'est moi, is I. I've never strayed from all I believe. I'm blessed with an iron will. Had I been made the partner of Eve, we'd be in Eden still. C'est moi, the angels have chose to fight their battles below. And here I stand as pure as a prayer, incredibly clean, with virtue to spare, the godliest man I know. C'est moi.
Sir Lionel, do you recall the other night that I distinctly said you might serve as my escort at the next town fair? Well, I'm afraid there's someone who I must invite in place of you, someone who plainly is beyond compare. That Frenchman's power is more tremendous than I have ever seen anywhere. And when a man is that stupendous, he by right should take me to the fair.
Your Majesty, let me tilt with him and smite him. Don't refuse me so abruptly, I implore. Oh, give me the opportunity to fight him, and Gaul will be divided once more.
You will bash and thrash him?
I'll smash and mash him.
Will give him trouble?
He will be rubble.
A mighty whack.
His skull will crack.
Well, then you may take me to the fair. If you do all the things you promise. In fact, my heart would break should you not take me to the fair. Sir Sagamore, I have some rather painful news relative to the subject who's to be beside me at the next court ball. You were the chosen one, I know, but as tradition it should go to the unquestioned champion in the hall. And I'm convinced that splendid Frenchman can easily conquer one and all. And besting all our local henchmen, he should sit beside me at the ball.
I beg of you, man, withhold your invitation. I swear to you this challenge will be met. And when I've finished up the operation, I'll serve him to your highness en brochette.
You'll pierce right through him.
I'll barbecue him.
A wicked thrust.
Will be dust to dust.
From fore to aft.
He'll feel a draught.
Well then, you may sit by me at the ball. If you demolish him in battle, in fact I know I'd cry were you not by me at the ball. Sir Dinadan, didn't I promise that you may guide me to London on the day that I go up to judge the cattle show? As it is quite a nasty ride, there must be someone at my side who'll be defending me from beast and foe. So when I choose whom I prefer go, I take the strongest knight I know. And young Dulac seems strongest, ergo he should take me to the cattle show.
Your Majesty can't believe this blustering prattle. Let him prove it with a sword or lance instead. I promise when I've done this galling battle, his shoulders will be lonesome for his head.
You'll disconnect him.
I'll vivisect him.
You'll open wide him.
I'll subdivide him.
Oh dear, 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 dear. Then you may guide me to the show. If you can carry out your program. In fact, I'd grieve inside should you not guide me to the show.
Lady, we shall put an end to that Gallic bag of noise and nerve. When we do all that we intend to, you'll be a plate of French order.
I do applaud your noble goal.
a way, said the wise old man, a way known by every woman since the whole rigmarole began. Do I flatter her, I begged him answer? Do I threaten or cajole or plead? Do I brood or play the gay romancer? Said he smiling, no indeed. How to handle a woman? Mark me well, I will tell you, sir. The way to handle a woman is to love her, simply love her, merely love her, love her, love her.
Knowing how in spring I'm bewitched by you so.
The 7 deadly virtues, those ghastly little traps. Oh no, my liege, they were not meant for me. Those 7 deadly virtues were made for other chaps who love a life of failure and ennui. Take courage, now there's a sport. An invitation to the state of rigor mort. And purity, a noble yen. And very restful every now and then. I find humility means to be hurt. It's not the earth the meek inherit, it's the dirt. Honesty is fatal, it should be taboo. Diligence a fate I would hate. If charity means giving, I give it to you. And fidelity is only for your mate. You'll never find a virtue on statusing my quo or making my Beelzebubble burst. Let others take the high road, I will take the low. I cannot wait to rush in where angels fear to go. With all those 7 deadly virtues, free and happy little me has not been cursed.
What do the simple folk do to help them escape when they're blue? The shepherd who is ailing, the milkmaid who is glum, the cobbler who is wailing from nailing his thumb. When they're beset and besieged, the folk not noblessly obliged. However do they manage to shed their weary lot? Oh, what do simple folk do? We do not.
I have been informed by those who know them well they find relief in quite a clever way. When they're sorely pressed, they whistle for a spell, and whistling seems to brighten up their day. And that's what simple folk do. So they say.
They whistle?
So they say.
What else do the simple folk do to perk up the heart and get through? The wee folk and the grown folk who wander to and fro have ways known to their own folk we throat folk don't know. When all the doldrums begin, what keeps each of them in his skin? What ancient native custom provides the needed glow? Or what do simple folk do? Do you know?
Once upon the road I came upon a lad singing in a voice 3 times his size. When I asked him why, he told me he was sad, and singing always made his spirits rise. And that's what simple folk do, I surmise.
They sing.
I surmise.
Arise, my love, arise, my love, upon those light in the skies, my love. The meadows shine with columbine, and daffodils blossom away. Your Venus call to one, and all come taste delight while you may. The world is bright, and all is right, and life is merry and gay. What else do the simple folk do? They must have a system or two. They obviously outshine us at turning tears to mirth, have tricks a royal highness is minus from birth. What then, I wonder, do they to chase all the goblins away? They have some tribal sorcery you haven't mentioned yet. Or what do simple folk do to forget?
Often I am told they dance a fiery dance and whirl till they're completely uncontrolled. Soon the mind is blank and all are in a trance, a violent trance astounding to behold. And that's what simple folk do, so I'm told.
What else do the simple folk do to help them escape when they're blue?
They sit around and wonder what royal folk would do, and that's what simple folk do.
Oh, no, really?
I have it on the vest authority.
Yes, that's what simple folk do.
Of kindness to your neighbor, making sure that the meek are treated well. 8 years of philanthropic labor, daily down there, never is hell. Oh my goodness, why? It's been depressing all the way, daily down, and getting glummer every day, daily down. I want to burn a little town or slay a dozen men, anything to laugh again. Oh my goodness, why? like the time I beheaded a man who was beating his naked wife. La-di-do, la-di-do. I can still hear his widow say, never moving from where she lay, tell me what can I do? I beg, sir, of you, your kindness to repay. Fire, goodness, fire goodness, fire.
Lechery and vice have been arrested. Arrest not a maiden is evermore in threat. Virgins may wander unmolested.
Unmolested.
La-di-lo, let gallants a sweat. Oh, fire, goodness, fire. Fire, 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 fire.
We roared and brawled in Scotland.
Yeah.
Not a law was obeyed.
Yeah.
And when wooing called in Scotland,
Yeah.
we grab any passing maid. Oh, my heart is still in Scotland, where the lassies woo the best on some bonny hill in Scotland, stroking someone's bonny.
Fire, Scotland, fire. Fire, Scotland, fire. No one repents for any sin now. Every soul is immaculate and trim. Immaculate. No one is covered with chagrin now. Johnny no dim, and when it's red, oh fire, goodness, fire, 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 fire. There's not the folly to deplore, daddy down, confession Sunday is a bore, daddy down,
I want to spend the tortured evening staring at the floor, guilty and alive once more.
Oh, fire, virtue, fire, fire, mercy, fire, fire, justice, fire, goodness, fire, 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 fire.
once more, and not far, my love, from where we were
Oh, they found Guenevere with her bold cavalier, and as swords rang through the hall, lance escaped them one and all. On a day dark and drear came to trial Guenevere, ruled the jury. For her shame she be sentenced to the flame.
Early dawn was the time she would pay for her crime, or would Lancelot reappear, come and rescue Guinevere.
I'll wager the king himself is hoping he will return. Why would he have chosen 5 a.m. for the queen to burn? When the world is black and grey, what time would be more ideal for Lancelot to come and steal Guinevere?
As the dawn filled the sky on the day she would die, there was wonder far and near. Would the king burn Guinevere?
And suddenly earth and sky were dazed by a pounding roar. And suddenly through the dawn an army began to pour. And lo, ahead the army holding aloft his spear came Lancelot to save his dear Guinevere. By the score fell the dead as the yard turned to red. Countless numbers felt his spear as he rescued Guinevere. In that dawn, in that noon, more than love met its doom. In the dying and the spring, in the sundown of a ring, Guinevere, Guinevere, in that dim mortal year, saw the mention of the spear, rode to war for Guinevere, 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 saw the mention of the spear, rode to war for Guinevere, Guinevere,
Each evening from December to December, before you drift to sleep upon your cot, think back on all the tales that you remember of Camelot. Ask every person if he's heard the story, and tell it strong and clear if he has not, that once there was a fleeting wisp of glory called Camelot.
Camelot, Camelot, I know it is a place in walls, but in Camelot, Camelot, those were the evil lords.
Where once in never rained till after sundown. By 8 a.m. the morning fog had flown. Don't let it be forgot that once there was a spot for one brief shining moment